Okay, so we are at the apricot tree and there's lots of apricots this year. I heavily fed this tree with noble gills and I got just about 100, maybe 200 pounds of apricots off this tree. And a lot of it has fallen to the ground, but that's okay because the ones on the ground are probably the best tasting. And the birds are starting to peck at them, which means they're all ready. So let's get started. First things first, we're gonna pick the ones off the ground, and if they're not too badly bruised, they'll be great. Go around, and if they have a tiny little bird peck in it, that means it's probably the best out of the lot. There's some fancy, high-end restaurants that only cook with bird-pecked fruit because it's that amazing. So some of the ones off the tree are really good. I mean, if they're just a little bit soft to the touch, they're good. Okay, so I am going to go around and start collecting as much as I can, and I'll meet you back here in a few minutes. Okay, I'm about halfway done, and I just want to mention I let the grass grow a little bit this time of year underneath the apricot because it gives it a little bit of a cushion, so when the fruit falls it doesn't get as bruised. That's just something that I do. I don't know if anyone else ever does that. So many. Yeah, noble gills, guys. Feed your trees with that and you will get insane amounts of fruit on all your trees. So many. Ah, one just fell. Oh. Okay, I'm in my neighbor's yard. They're not home right now, but we're friends. But I want to show you, like, this is their yard. This is what most yards in Phoenix look like. And then there's my yard, and I ran around and I'm collecting the apricots off of this tree right here. And I told them to come over and harvest them, and I think they have, because there's not as many on this side. But just to give you an idea of what, kind of like my yard kind of looks like. I even have a wall there to help, contain it all, of all my fruit trees, and then my neighbor's yard. Okay, I'm happy with today's harvest, and I still left lots on the tree, and there's still lots actually on the ground, but my bowl's full, so let's go inside to the next step. And I thought you guys might want to see this. I'm in my office where my scale is because I wanted to weigh how many I had today, and I have just over 10 pounds. And I've probably harvested maybe eight bowls of this so far, so that doesn't include, what's still on the tree, what's on the ground, and how many I have given away, because every time someone comes over, I give them a paper, lunch bag, and I tell them to go pick a whole bunch of apricots. So yeah, probably I'm going to say about 200 pounds this year off that one tree. Okay, so I'm back in the kitchen, just washing them and drying them off. Normally I do this in like the basin of the tree and water the tree at the same time, but because I'm doing this on video, I figured I'd come into the kitchen to do it. So this is just to wash, the dirt off of it. I maybe wash any type of lingering bug that's on there. So after this step, we gotta halve them and put them on our screen. Okay, and now it's just a matter of halving them and removing the pit, and I save the pits for either composting or whatever you want to do. All right. And last one. All right, let's take this and go back outside. So pretty. Okay, and this is what I have set up. Say hi to Venus. And we're in a pretty spot at the back of my yard here. And this is a very sunny, hot spot, so it's a perfect place for dehydrating fruit. So we're just gonna start laying these down on a screen that I have here and space them out. And I'll come back to you in a few minutes once I get all these laid out. And there we go. We've got them all laid out. They'll be here for about 3 days until they're ready. And then they're going to look like this. Let me show you the batch that I just removed from this table. So, you guys see, this is what I had left of the batch from before. But I've been snacking on them, so there's not that many left. But this is what they're gonna look like in a few days. They're a little bit chewy, but they're really good. And that's how I dehydrate all my apricots from my tree. The last step that I do is I usually take a screen and I usually lay it just like that over top, just to protect it from the birds and the flies and everything like that. So I just lay that over top. In about 3 days, they're gonna be perfect. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got something out of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and share it. And I promise I am going to film a video of the tour of the garden, because it's looking really good right now and it's very full. So stay tuned for that.